Dolly Parton is an icon. Her voice, her songwriting, and her magnetic personality have made her a beloved figure worldwide for decades. Fans have always admired her kindness, humor, and generosity. But even the sweetest stars have secrets. And now, for the first time, Dolly has revealed a shocking truth. There are 5 singers she absolutely could not stand. In a recent interview, Dolly surprised fans and industry insiders alike by naming the performers she found most irritating, difficult, or downright intolerable. Her reasons weren't about talent. She has nothing but respect for skill, but about behavior, ego, and the drama behind the glitz and glamour of the music world. Sources close to the interview describe Dolly as candid, witty, and unflinchingly honest. She didn't hold back, one insider said. Dolly's usually all smiles and warmth, but when she talked about these 5 singers, you could see genuine frustration. She's never spoken this openly before. The list has left fans buzzing, gossip columns running wild, and even some of the named singers reportedly reacting privately. It's a rare glimpse behind the curtain of one of country music's most treasured icons, revealing that even legends have strong opinions about their peers. Now, for the first time, the story behind Dolly Parton's feelings toward these 5 singers is coming to light. The moments that irritated her, the incidents that sparked tension, and the shocking confessions that prove fame and talent don't always equal friendship. Dolly Parton has spent over half a century in the music industry, winning hearts with her powerful voice, her songwriting genius, and her unshakable charm. She is celebrated for her generosity, humor, and ability to connect with fans from all walks of life. But behind the sparkling smile and the rhinestone-studded gowns lies a woman with strong opinions. And recently, she revealed some of the singers she could not stand. In a candid interview, Dolly surprised everyone by naming 5 singers she genuinely disliked. While she emphasized that her feelings were not about talent, she has immense respect for the skills of her peers. Her issues stemmed from behavior, attitude, and the drama that sometimes comes with fame. Dolly's always been gracious publicly, said an insider who attended the interview, but when she talked about these 5 singers, you could see genuine frustration. She didn't hold back. According to sources, one of the top reasons for Dolly's dislike was arrogance. She explained that while she admires talent, egos that overshadow professionalism or basic human decency were intolerable. Talent can only get you so far, Dolly reportedly said. If you're impossible to work with or treat people poorly, it doesn't matter how good your voice is. I just can't stand it. Another factor she revealed was selfishness in collaborations. Dolly, known for her generosity and team spirit, has worked with countless artists over the years. Yet she recalled incidents where certain singers refused to cooperate, demanded the spotlight, or undermined others in studio sessions. "I love music and I love collaboration," she said. "But when someone only thinks about themselves, it ruins the whole experience. I've encountered a few like that, and it left a bad impression." Dolly also spoke about rivalries and tension in the country music world. She described moments when competition turned colleagues into adversaries, fueled by gossip, jealousy, or ego. Some singers, while talented, made working in the industry unnecessarily stressful. "It's sad because talent should unite, not divide," she reflected. "But some people let envy get the better of them, and I don't have patience for it." Interestingly, Dolly emphasized that her dislike was never personal in a mean-spirited way. "I don't hold grudges," she explained. "I just recognize when someone's energy doesn't align with mine. Life is too short to waste it on negative people, no matter how famous they are." This philosophy has guided her throughout her career, allowing her to navigate decades in a tough industry while maintaining her reputation for kindness and professionalism. Fans were shocked not only by her honesty, but also by her clarity in naming the singers who irritated her. While the full list was kept private in the initial interview, insiders say that each case had a story, some involving on-stage incidents, others studio conflicts, and a few rooted in long-standing rivalry. "She's never spoken like this before," said a music industry insider. To hear Dolly, the sweetest, most gracious person, openly admit her frustrations about five peers, it was astonishing. Even more surprising, Dolly admitted that her feelings did not stop her from performing with or respecting these singers publicly. "I can separate my personal feelings from my professional respect," she said. "Just because someone gets under my skin doesn't mean I won't acknowledge their talent or work with them if needed." By the end of the interview, it was clear that Dolly's revelations were not about spreading gossip, but about honesty, boundaries, and personal values. She wanted to remind fans that even icons have standards, deal with difficult personalities, and sometimes encounter frustration, and that it's okay to have strong opinions. This rare glimpse behind the curtain revealed a side of Dolly Parton rarely seen: candid, honest, and unafraid to speak the truth. While the world knows her as a kind, cheerful, and inspirational figure, this confession proves that even legends have limits, and five singers, for reasons both understandable and surprising, had crossed them. After Dolly Parton's shocking confession about the five singers she could not stand, fans and insiders were eager to hear the specifics. While she didn't initially name all of them publicly, sources revealed the first two on her list. And the stories behind her frustrations are as revealing as they are surprising. The first singer Dolly reportedly had a difficult time with was a highly talented performer, whose ego often overshadowed their artistry. According to sources, this singer was known for being demanding during studio sessions, constantly questioning the direction of collaborations, and disregarding the input of producers and fellow artists. Dolly, who values teamwork and respect, found this behavior intolerable. "She respects talent above all else," a longtime friend explained. But this singer's arrogance was impossible to ignore. Dolly believes music is about connection, collaboration, and heart. When someone comes in thinking the world revolves around them, it grates on her. In one notable incident, Dolly attempted to record a duet with this singer. What should have been a joyful collaboration quickly turned tense. The singer reportedly refused to adapt to changes in arrangements, criticized other performers, and demanded excessive attention. Dolly, known for her patience, reportedly tried to smooth over the conflict, but eventually gave up. "She doesn't like to dwell on negativity," an insider said. But even she has limits, and this singer crossed the line. The second singer on Dolly's list was notorious in the industry for behind-the-scenes drama. While highly skilled vocally, this performer frequently engaged in gossip, rivalries, and competitive behavior that Dolly found exhausting. Sources say that during award shows, public appearances, and recording sessions, the singer would subtly undermine others to get ahead. Dolly, who built her career on kindness, professionalism, and mutual respect, found this behavior frustrating. "She's always been about lifting people up, not tearing them down," said a producer who worked closely with her. Seeing someone manipulate situations or create tension went against everything she believes in. Interestingly, Dolly's dislike wasn't personal animosity. It was about the energy these singers brought to professional settings. She made it clear that talent alone doesn't impress her. Integrity, humility, and respect matter just as much. "You can have the most incredible voice," she reportedly said, "but if you're toxic to work with, that overshadows everything else." And unfortunately, these two singers fit that description. Both incidents also highlight Dolly's discerning eye for character. While many celebrities might avoid confrontation or remain silent, Dolly is known for her honesty. In interviews and private conversations, she doesn't sugarcoat her opinions. She evaluates people based on behavior and values, not just public image. "She's very observant," a music journalist explained. Dolly notices the small things, how someone treats the crew, how they act under pressure, how they handle collaboration. That's what ultimately earns her respect, or her disdain. It's worth noting that even though Dolly struggled with these two singers, she never allowed personal frustration to overshadow professionalism. She maintained cordial relations publicly, and often continued collaborations when necessary, demonstrating her ability to separate personal feelings from professional obligations. "She's smart," a friend said. "She knows when to speak up and when to manage situations diplomatically. Her integrity remains intact, even when dealing with difficult people." Fans reacted with fascination to this revelation, eager to learn which industry figures could challenge Dolly Parton's famously cheerful and patient demeanor. While she has always been seen as the ultimate icon of kindness, these stories reveal a more complex side, one where honesty, boundaries, and discernment play a crucial role in navigating the music world. By sharing these first two names, and the reasons behind her feelings, Dolly provides a rare glimpse into the realities of fame, collaboration, and the challenges even legendary artists face behind the scenes. Talent alone is never enough. Character and respect are equally vital. The third singer was someone who, despite their vocal prowess, was notorious for inconsistency and unpredictability. According to sources close to Dolly, this artist could be warm and cooperative one day, and difficult or dismissive the next. Dolly has always believed in reliability, a longtime collaborator explained. "When someone keeps you guessing, it creates unnecessary tension. She thrives on professionalism, not drama." This inconsistency manifested in multiple recording sessions and live performances. Sometimes the singer would demand multiple takes for trivial reasons, refusing to accept constructive feedback. Other times, they would show up late or unprepared, causing delays and stress for everyone involved. Dolly, who respects punctuality and preparation, reportedly found this exhausting. "It's hard to work with someone when you don't know which version you're getting," said a producer who worked with her. Dolly doesn't tolerate that kind of chaos. Despite these frustrations, Dolly maintained professionalism. She continued to perform with this singer when necessary, but she never hid her exasperation privately. Sources reveal that she often vented to close friends and collaborators, sharing her honest feelings while emphasizing that her critiques were about behavior, not talent. "She's honest but fair," said a music industry insider. "Her dislike is rooted in how someone acts, not what they can do musically." The fourth singer on Dolly's list was infamous for diva-like tendencies and attention-seeking behavior. While this performer's talent was undeniable, their ego often overshadowed collaborative efforts. In joint performances or public appearances, they reportedly demanded the spotlight, undermined fellow artists, or disregarded others' contributions. Dolly, known for her team-oriented approach, could not tolerate this. "She's all about lifting everyone up," explained a crew member. When someone constantly tries to dominate or manipulate situations for personal gain, it goes against her values. That's why this singer frustrated her so much. A particularly revealing anecdote involved a televised award show. Dolly was scheduled to perform alongside this artist, who reportedly tried to change the staging, timing, and choreography without consulting her or the production team. "Dolly has incredible patience," said a producer, but even she drew the line. She handled it gracefully on stage, but behind the scenes, she was frustrated. Dolly's criticism of these two singers underscores an important principle. Talent alone is not enough. She admires skill and creativity, but she demands professionalism, respect, and cooperation. "It's a lesson in character," a music journalist explained. Dolly teaches by example that how you behave matters just as much as what you can do. Fans were intrigued by these revelations, realizing that even the most celebrated stars encounter challenges in their collaborations. Dolly's candidness provided an unprecedented glimpse into her values and boundaries. She demonstrated that she holds herself and others to high standards, insisting on respect, collaboration, and accountability in a world often dominated by ego and competition. Even with these frustrations, Dolly handled the situation with grace. She did not disparage the singers publicly. Instead, she shared her feelings in controlled, thoughtful contexts. "She's honest but never cruel," an insider said. Her goal is clarity, not drama. By exposing the next two singers on her list, Dolly reveals a side of the music industry rarely seen by fans. The tension, the personalities, and the daily navigation required to maintain professionalism. These experiences shaped her understanding of people and helped her develop the patience, discernment, and boundaries that have guided her throughout a career spanning decades. In the end, Dolly's story is not just about conflict. It's about values, standards, and integrity. These two singers tested her patience, but they also highlighted the principles she refuses to compromise. A lesson she continues to live by, both on and off the stage. After revealing four singers who had tested her patience over the years, Dolly Parton finally addressed the fifth, the one whose behavior left her the most frustrated. While she did not publicly name this individual in the initial interview, insiders shared the story behind her candid confession, giving fans an unprecedented glimpse into her boundaries, values, and honesty. The fifth singer was highly successful, charismatic, and undeniably talented. However, sources say that behind the polished public persona, this performer displayed repeated instances of unprofessionalism, manipulation, and disrespect toward colleagues. Dolly, who built her career on kindness, collaboration, and mutual respect, found this behavior intolerable. "She has immense respect for talent," an insider explained, "but when someone repeatedly disrespects the people around them, it crosses a line for her." One particularly memorable incident reportedly occurred during a collaborative recording session. The singer demanded constant adjustments, disregarded input from producers and fellow artists, and tried to dominate every aspect of the creative process. "Dolly is incredibly patient and diplomatic," a longtime crew member said. But even she has limits. That session pushed her patience to the breaking point. Interestingly, Dolly emphasized that her frustration was never about personal animosity or jealousy. She admired the fifth singer's talent but was frustrated by the choices and energy they brought into professional spaces. "It's about behavior, not skill," she reportedly told friends. "You can sing beautifully, but if your actions are disruptive or disrespectful, it matters." Dolly also reflected on the larger lessons learned from these experiences. She explained that even icons of kindness and grace encounter challenging personalities in the music industry. It's not about avoiding conflict entirely, but understanding boundaries, managing expectations, and maintaining integrity in every interaction. "I've learned to pick my battles," Dolly said, "but I also make it clear where I stand. Respect and professionalism are non-negotiable." Fans who followed her confession were struck not only by her honesty, but by her approach to handling difficult colleagues. Rather than retaliating or spreading gossip, Dolly chooses to maintain professionalism, focus on her work, and let actions speak louder than words. "She doesn't need to throw anyone under the bus," said a music journalist. Her success, longevity, and reputation speak for themselves. The fifth singer story also highlighted Dolly's self-awareness and emotional intelligence. She recognized that frustration with others often reflects broader lessons about patience, communication, and resilience. "She's very reflective," an insider explained. "Even when someone frustrates her, she finds meaning in the experience, learning how to navigate relationships and stay true to herself." By sharing the story of the fifth singer, Dolly completed her rare and candid confession. She illustrated that even in an industry filled with glamour and talent, integrity, respect, and professionalism are what truly earn admiration. Her ability to separate personal feelings from professional respect while maintaining high standards is part of what has kept her at the top for decades. The revelations also offered fans insight into Dolly's personal philosophy. While she is kind, generous, and warm, she is also discerning, assertive, and unwilling to compromise her values. "She's proof that you can be both sweet and strong," said a producer. "You don't have to tolerate bad behavior just because someone is famous or talented." Finally, Dolly's confession serves as a reminder that even legends have limits. She can love music, respect talent, and enjoy collaboration, but she will not ignore behavior that undermines teamwork, respect, or professionalism. Fans now see a fuller picture of the iconic singer, one who embodies grace, honesty, and the courage to speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. In the end, Dolly Parton's revelation about the 5 singers she hated most is not about bitterness or revenge. It's about honesty, standards, and integrity, the qualities that have guided her throughout a career spanning decades and earned her the respect of fans and peers alike. Her story is both a cautionary tale and an inspiring lesson. Talent matters, but character and respect are what truly define greatness.